Hey everyone, you have reached the journaling part of this travel and journal with me vlog. So, last end of May, I spent a week at Frankfurt. It was really lovely, and I'm going to be updating my journal here using the Germany 2022 insert. It's the same one that I have with my 𝚑𝚘𝚎 journal spreads. So, actually, this one was a short trip, one half refill. Are you supposed to call it that? It's a short trip refill with MD cream paper, and I really like how it's not so much pages because it won't take long for me to finish. And I finished the first half with the previous trip to 𝚑𝚘𝚎. So the second half will be saved for this Frankfurt one. And funnily enough, during the time that I was there, I had a lot of spare time. So I was able to, number one, print some pictures, and number two, do the setup like this, which means that I only need to write out the text and further embellish the pages. So I like doing this if I have time because it allows me to just put everything, because it for me it's two things. You put everything and combine all of the information through putting your collage or your images, and then it's another thing to write stuff down. So right now I am sharing with you some footage of me writing out stuff. So I'm using the Kaweco Sport dark olive with Kaweco Sunrise Orange. It's a medium nib. It's really nice and smooth to write in. And I try to match everything as usual with my color choices. So this one was a no-brainer. I wanted to tap into some reds and oranges in contrast with the skyline, because apparently Frankfurt has a skyline. It's one of the rare German cities. I think it's the only German city that has a very New York-ish skyline, and they actually call it Mainhattan because the river there is called Main, I think. Yeah. So there, I wanted to emphasize on that and also just showcase the different key places as you can see in the map on the left side. This spread, so the previous one was like an intro spread, like, okay, we're welcome to Frankfurt. I was in Frankfurt, first impressions. This one is more of the coffee category. So as you can see on the right hand side, there is a Monza sticker, which was really nice. It was just there in the to-go area, and I'm like, can I get it? So we had coffee there, and also I got the card from the left. It's the card of I think that's a coffee plant or something, but this coffee place called Hoppenwort and Ploch. I really like it. It's one of my favorites to get coffee in Frankfurt. I think it's one of the favorites, my personal favorites. Like when I tried it immediately, I was like, it was really good. So I didn't stick it all the way through. You'll see later there is like a flap there. Reminds me of these slam books that I used to do in my younger years. But generally, this is a coffee themed page because I love coffee. This next one, I was heading into more blues because it was a really, really nice weather when I was there. It was like not so hot and not so cold. And we went to this place called Dining Raum. I was with my good friend Emily, and they had blue and white stickers, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the blue one. So I decided to make this like blue and green spread to emphasize that. The next one focuses more on some of the neighborhood favorites, I would say. I'm using my Kakuno here with the Pilot Irishizuko Tsukushi, which is a nice brown ink. It's my favorite brown ink. I will probably mention this so many times. And then I also use the Pentel Touch to add some sort of brush lettering as my titles. It's something I like to do in contrast to usually I write in print when it comes to journaling. Or in this case, I went for cursive. Depends on my mood. Honestly, I prefer print because it's easier to read, but cursive just adds a nice like touch to it. It's probably one of my favorite spreads because I went all out with the design. And the next one, we went to the Renoir exhibit, so I really had a dedicated spread for that. And it's the same thing that I did previously where I have this flap. So when I do these flaps, I do both sides with tape. I learned to do that when I was in grade school. So I've always been doing that because I want to make sure that it's secure. And on the right side, I put in my favorite Renoir paintings. The last spread is a quick photo diary from Mainz. We were there for a day. As you can see, I had lots of fun at the Gutenberg Museum. So I wanted to highlight that and some of the things that we did. That was, I think, a Saturday. I also saw my book there, which is pretty cool. So that's me with my book in German at the museum shop in the Gutenberg Museum. That was kind of a fangirl moment for me. And on the opposite side, I just stuck in a map, and that was the exterior of the Gutenberg Museum, and I'm like, okay, it's really nice. So here are the final pages, and I hope you liked this little travel and journal with me Frankfurt edition. So here's the opening flap, and then obviously I'm still like in this color coordinated phase. It will never go away, but I really like how I've been more minimal with my spreads. Like, it's not all like so over decorated. I really like my white space these days, and allowing myself to do that on this traveler's notebook regular size is always such a treat. I really love this size for journaling. Make sure to check out my other travel and journal with me videos at the link in the description or at the end card. And thank you so much for watching this video. Bye!